The rain never stopped on Vega 9. It wasn't real rain, just recycled condensation from the colony's upper vents, but when it hit the metal rooftops of Outpost Thales, it still made the same lonely sound. Ethan Cole leaned on the railing of the observation deck, watching the silver sheets pour down over the dark alien plains. He'd been a maintenance officer for 3 years now, stationed far from home and farther from anyone who still cared where he was. Out here, it was just him, the hum of the turbines, and a sky that glowed green when lightning passed behind the thick clouds. He heard the door hiss open behind him. "You're still here." That voice, smooth, strange, and lilting, belonged to Karin, the alien biologist from the Varan Confederacy. Her species looked human from afar, but up close there were too many differences. Silver irises, faint bioluminescent veins tracing along her skin, and the way her hair shimmered faintly like strands of fiber-optic light. Ethan turned, smirking faintly. "Guess I like the sound of rain. Reminds me of home." Karin tilted her head. "You have rain on your world too?" "Yeah. Only ours falls from real clouds, not pipes." She stepped closer, her bare feet silent on the metal floor. "And this comforts you?" He nodded. "It makes me feel small in a good way." She watched him, eyes reflecting the dull lights of the deck. "Humans always find comfort in sadness," she said softly. "It's strange." Ethan chuckled. "Guess that's our thing." They stood together in silence for a while, listening to the endless patter. Karin had arrived only 6 months ago, part of a cultural exchange program. Most humans kept their distance from her kind. There were rumors about their telepathic senses, about the way they could make someone feel their emotions like waves. Ethan didn't care much for rumors. What he cared about was that she looked lonely too. "Want some coffee?" he offered, lifting his thermos. She blinked. "That is the bitter drink you humans love." "That's the one." She nodded once, almost ceremonially. "I will try it." They sat on the bench, and he poured her a cup. She sniffed it, then sipped. Her expression shifted. First shock, then curiosity, then something like delight. "It is unpleasant. Yet I want more." Ethan grinned. "That's coffee in a nutshell." She looked at him again, and for a second he thought she smiled. A small, careful thing like someone testing an emotion for the first time. The days blurred after that. Karin started showing up more often. At breakfast, during inspection rounds, even in the maintenance tunnels. She asked endless questions. About his world, his species, his feelings. Why do humans laugh when they hurt? Why do you sing when you are alone? Why do you seek touch, even when it makes you vulnerable? Ethan did his best to answer, though half the time he wasn't sure himself. He liked her curiosity. He liked how she looked at him like he was some rare discovery. Then came the night of the storm. Outpost Thales was shaking from magnetic interference. Systems were failing. The power grid flickered, then went dark. Ethan was called to the generator chamber, and found Karin already there, her glowing hands pressed to the control console. "What are you doing?" he shouted over the noise. "Stabilizing the core. It is resonating with the storm's pulse." Her voice trembled, not from fear but from strain. He ran to her, helping where he could. Sparks flew. The chamber filled with a low hum that seemed to vibrate inside his bones. Karin's light grew brighter, outlining her veins like fire. "Karin, stop. You'll fry yourself." She turned to him, eyes silver and bright. "Your station will fail if I stop." "Then let it fail," he said. "We'll rebuild, just don't." Before he could finish, the light exploded. When the glow faded, she was lying on the floor, chest rising shallowly. Ethan fell to his knees beside her. Hey, stay with me." Her eyes fluttered open. "You care," she whispered. "Of course I do, you idiot." His voice broke. "Why would you do something that stupid?" She smiled faintly. "Because you would have done the same." He froze. She was right. And in that moment, surrounded by the faint hum of restored power, he realized how much she'd gotten under his skin. He laughed shakily. "You know, if this were Earth, I'd probably try to kiss you right now." He meant it as a joke, something to break the tension. But Karen didn't laugh. She just looked at him, studying his face like it was a riddle she was finally ready to solve. Then she leaned in. Her lips brushed his. Not warm, not cold, but electric. For a heartbeat, he felt everything. Her fear, her curiosity, her loneliness, and something else that burned like starlight beneath it all. When she pulled back, he could barely breathe. "That," she said softly, "is why humans seek touch." In the days that followed, word spread of her sacrifice. The storm had passed, the system stabilized. Karen returned to her research, quieter than before. Ethan tried to act normal, but something between them had changed. One evening, he found her in the observatory again, staring at the endless rain. "Thinking deep thoughts?" he asked. She glanced at him. "I was remembering the kiss." He almost dropped his thermos. "Oh, I did not understand it then," she continued. "But I do now. It was not only a transfer of warmth. It was a promise." He swallowed. "A promise of what?" She turned fully to face him. "That I am not alone here. That perhaps, neither are you." For once, Ethan couldn't think of anything clever to say. He just stood there, letting the silence stretch. Then very slowly he reached out his hand. Karen took it. Her skin glowed faintly under his fingers. Outside, the artificial rain kept falling, washing the world clean in silver light. Weeks passed, and rumors began again, this time about the human and the alien scientist who spent too much time together. Ethan didn't care. They worked side by side now, studying the terraforming fields, laughing at the strange quirks of human food and alien traditions. One night, after another long shift, she turned to him and said, "You once said you would kiss me only as a joke." He blinked. "Yeah." She stepped closer. "Do you wish to joke again?" He didn't answer. He didn't need to. He kissed her, real and certain this time, with no lightning storm, no fear, no barriers between them. When they broke apart, she smiled, really smiled, for the first time. "Now," she whispered, "I understand why humans laugh when they are happy." Ethan laughed softly, pulling her closer. "And now you know why we kiss too." The rain fell harder outside, drumming like applause against the glass. In the vastness of Vega 9, two lonely beings, human and alien, stood together, no longer strangers under the endless storm.